possible, right? That sounds like bullshit, right? I mean, that
What
sounds
happens?
like a scam, right?
What happens in 3 years?
I have no idea. Like, I mean, well, I do have an idea in hex terms. I have no idea what will ever happen in USD, but I know it's possible, and it's very responsible and very reasonable to look at what is possible, right? So I want to get like I want to make sure that we agree on the facts. A 10,000x return in USD in less than 2.5 years sounds outrageous and impossible and like total bullshit, right?
No, it is bullshit.
Okay. How much X is Bitcoin up right now?
Don't
Used to
care.
be a
Don't
penny.
know. Don't know. Don't care.
Okay. Well, it's up 750,000 X. So 750,000 X is what Bitcoin is up from a penny to $7,500. And it used to be up over 2 million X when it was 20,000. And it was actually designed, Bitcoin was designed to do larger numbers than that because it's designed to replace fiat currency. And if it does replace fiat currency, it's going to be far higher than a 2 million X return. So I quote a very, very small number compared to Bitcoin, but you just didn't know the Bitcoin number. So it seemed
What?
big to you,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
It
And
doesn't matter.
Ethereum did more.
It
Ethereum
doesn't
did
matter.
more. No,
How
it
does?
does
Yeah,
matter. This is
how
the
does
difference between a
no, no,
reasonable claim
Richard?
and an unreasonable claim.
Yeah. How does everyone win? How does everyone win? How does everyone who puts money in? How does everyone? The only way you can make that
I,
money
I don't
is
think
go.
everyone in
Look,
cryptocurrency does win,
Richard.
ever.
Richard.
That's not how
Listen.
cryptocurrencies work.
Listen. I watched your thing with Stefan the other day, and you
Uh-huh.
interrupted him all the time. So let's not do that because that's bollocks. Okay.
Right, but I just answered your question. You didn't hear the answer
Yeah. No, because I
because you
didn't
were
get a front
talking.
frame. Okay.
I can answer it
Listen,
again.
I'm not. I'm not the smartest guy, but I can see bullshit when I see it. Right.
Right.
Okay. If the only way to
Everyone
exit.
is not going to win. Everyone
Okay.
is not going to win. A lot
Okay.
of people are going to lose.
Okay. So you're openly admitting now this is designed for a lot of people to lose.
That's how every speculative instrument works in the history of mankind. Human beings think things are worth a lot, and then they think they're worth a little, and then they think they're worth a lot, and it's not avoidable. Price discovery is a gross thing. Price discovery is hard. Determining how long something is in the real world is actually really hard. You think it's easy because you look at a ruler and you don't realize that every ruler is slightly a different size than every other ruler. When you start to look at the world with resolution, detecting anything is hard, right?
Okay. So what percentage of people are going to lose that have invested in this? Do you estimate?
If 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 a new cryptocurrency has the same chart as other cryptocurrencies has had, then Bitcoin always drops 85% at some point. It has done so more than 3 times in the 10 years that it has existed. And all the altcoins, for the most part, have dropped 95%. And so if Hex is similar to either of those, then I would assume at some point people will overvalue it and then there will be a correction.
So
I've programmed it to avoid that. And I can tell you how I tried to program it to avoid that.
no,
But you
don't
can
care.
just, okay.
So it's a pump and dump. So your value
What
proposition is this is a pump
is
and dump.
is Amazon a pump and dump? It dropped 95%. It's now 50% of global. It's 50% of commerce on the internet in the United States.
Okay. It's
It
a
dropped
bad analogy.
95%. No, it's not.
Okay. No, it is because
Is Bitcoin a pump
sorry.
and dump? It's dropped 85% 3 times.
No, because they all have a value proposition. You don't have a value proposition.
Yes, I do. What I built is
don't.
better than Bitcoin.
No,
Seriously.
it's not.
Yes,
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
So let's go
You
with
said
that
you
one
didn't
then.
want to get technical, but then you bring it technical. I say it's better, and I want to describe it, but you say it's not, and you don't want to hear it. Like,
Okay. So you know why I used to like you? Because actually you are really technical and you're a really good debater. And I used to love watching, like, I love the way you tore Roger Ver apart.
it's just
Like,
because I'm
it was-
right. It's not because I'm better. It's like,
No,
yeah,
it's
I'm
not.
pretty good at debating, but I'm also right. It's just easier to look right when you are right.
No, it's easy. No, you're pretty good at scamming. Now,
How
listen,
much money have I made on my scam, dude?
Well, I don't know. So let me ask you that. Well, I'll come back to that.
So how long have I been in crypto, and how much money have I made on scamming?
Well, so you have a questionable past, but like most people who are scammers, they will never admit
Name
it.
one human being that I've ever scammed in my entire life, ever, in my whole life.
How will I go and look up all the
Because
people?
when people get scammed, they yell very loudly and they get very angry and they go, I got scammed by that guy. And it happens super easy. Like OneCoin, remember OneCoin? There's whole like video documentaries on the human beings that have been harmed by OneCoin.
Yeah.
Let me know a single person I've ever scammed in my entire life, or anyone that didn't even get a good deal.
Okay. So anyway,
You make outrageous claims as a journalist, and then you have no backup for them, and you think
Okay.
it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to call me a scammer when I'm not. It makes you the scammer.
No,
Truthfully.
you're a scammer.
Okay, so who did I make money on, and how much did I make?
Well, so the $4 million in ETH that's gone in.
Yes.
Where does that go? Where does that go?
Well, right now it just went to one address and sat there, and it's never moved.
Yeah. Okay.
And so whoever
right
has
now,
the keys to that,
who has
if
the keys
anyone
to that
has the
address?
keys to it, could spend it however they like.
So who has the keys to that address?
Why would I tell you
put it-
that?
Well, it's you. Of course, it's fucking you.
If you
Of
want to
course
think
it's you.
that, go ahead. I don't
No,
mind.
no, no.
Think what
No,
you
no.
like.
It is 100% you, because otherwise, what is the fucking point? What, you created this and you gave the keys to someone else, or you're doing some Satoshi Nakamoto thing?
So you're okay with Bitcoin, right? Who is he? So you're okay with Bitcoin. Satoshi can do whatever he wants, right? But if someone starts their own cryptocurrency trying to do things Bitcoin can't, they're evil because they're not anonymous and they don't I don't get it.
Yeah. I think we've got to the point where we agree with anyone with any ethical backbone disagrees with any form of pre-mine, and this is a pre-mine.
Are you crazy? Every single cryptocurrency advantages the people that first get in. Satoshi stealth mined Bitcoin before you ever heard about it, and that's why he owned 20 and 30 and fucking 100% of it at any moment. And it's also highly inflationary. You think Bitcoin's deflationary. I don't know why. Bitcoin's inflationary, which is the only way you can go from 0 coins to 18 million coins in 10 years, is through high inflation. It's got over 3.8% inflation, and it's cut its inflation in half twice, from 50 to 25 to 12.5, and soon to 6.25 block reward per block. But you have a conception that has been sold to you by people that is false, but you have never questioned it. You think Bitcoin's deflationary, it's inflationary. You think Bitcoin is not a scam for some reason, but everything else is. Dogecoin dropped 95%, Bitcoin dropped 85%. Can you explain to me how the blue chip only outperforms the comedy coin by 10%? But no one mentions this shit to you, and then you just think that you found the best thing in the world. We're down at 7,000 now after a 20,000 top, and you promote that shit. You promote that, Peter. You promote Bitcoin, which a fucking lot of people bought 20K, and now they're sitting at 7K 2 years later. You promote that. They bought the 14K top 2 months ago, and they're down 50% from that shit, and you promote that, and no one calls you a scammer? Why aren't people calling you a scammer for promoting a pump and dump?
They do.
I called to short at 19K on Bitcoin, by the fucking way. Google Richard Hart 19K Bitcoin.
Dude, the only video I remember about you trading was the one where you were crying because you were like, "Fucking lost all my money. It goes up."
I literally post my price calls on a price chart. They're so good.
This is bullshit. It's done it again.
Right. I cried at 8,500 after calling a 9,300 long and said the bull market was in, and then we went down to 3K. And then I told everyone to close their shorts at 4K. And then I told everyone to long at 10K. It went up to 12 with a $50 drop, which was the easiest long in the world. But then didn't call close until 10.4.
The problem is, it's almost like it's almost
but you
like
say things that are wrong and you're okay with it. Like you're saying I'm a bad trader. Like it doesn't make sense. I publish my calls. I don't delete them.
I didn't say you're a bad trader. I said the last time I remember you talking about trading was that time where you came on and you were crying your eyes.
I'm the one that publicized the BitConnect Ponzi, or rather the Plus token Ponzi, that no one else publicized, no one else popularized. And the 14K top was the day that their founders got arrested. And as you watch their Ponzi scheme, they own over 1% of all Bitcoin. Did you know that? Did you know that a Chinese Ponzi scheme owns 1% of all Bitcoin, and that they bought the 3K bottom? And when they got arrested, it was the 14K top? If you don't know that, you should be watching my stream more, because I'm one of the only people talking about it.
No, I don't watch your stream anymore because you're a scammer. You're fucking people over. Where's the 4 million ETH go?
Christ.
Where's the 4 million?
Here's the reason I don't want you to know, and I don't want anyone to know, okay? If you promise people returns, then you could be having a security, and a security is a regulated activity. And so you have to be very, 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 very super careful not to sell people a bunch of bullshit, because you may end up in jail for violating securities law.
Oh, you're going to end up in jail.
So guys like you...
problem. You're definitely going to end up in jail for this.
Okay.
And it'll be hilarious. And I'll be fucking laughing. And also, I will then probably cry because I'll be like, oh, I really fucking like Richard.
Peter, I'm explaining things to you. I'm educating you, but you're not letting the information in. I'm telling you the truth about the world, but you're not listening. I'm telling you why the bottom happened, why the top happened, what the actual price performance of all these crypto things are. And these are all true things. They're not even arguable. Nothing I've said is arguable. You call me a scammer, I say, where are my victims? You say, I don't need victims. I can just keep calling you a scammer for fun. That's not reasonable.
No, it is reasonable. You're a scammer. You are a fucking scammer.
You're breaking the word. If you knew where the ETH went, you might expect profit from it. If you thought it went to someone who liked Ethereum, you might think the Ethereum price was going to go up because it might be getting locked or burnt or staked or something. Well, guess what? If you don't know where it's going, then whoever has those keys can't make you any promises. Then they can't violate the Howey law for you having expectations you shouldn't have. Because you shouldn't expect any good thing to happen from that money. Nothing. It's not your money.
You have the keys.
If I did, how exactly would that be bad? Do tell me.
Oh no! it just confirms your scam that this is a.
So if people exchange their
pump and dump bullshit that I thought were the only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons to put 4 million into this, and God knows how much more. Like you found that many morons who believe you're utter bullshit. And like fair play, I know you fucked up. I know you got wrecked. You lost all your money. This is all you can do is to scam people to get out of it. But Richard, people are going to lose money because of you. People are going to lose money because of you. So either you're a fucking either you're a sociopath or a fucking criminal, but you're a sociopath or a criminal. You're neither. You're one or the other because you're making something. You know,
why not both? I mean, you could be both, right?
Yeah. Well, you're at least one. So you're either a sociopath or a criminal. Probably both. But people are going to lose money because of your lies and your bullshit, and you're okay with that. And I just think that's
I said that it's likely to drop 85 to 95% at some point. A more outrageous claim than you're willing to make, but I'm the scammer. Right?
Yes, you're the scammer. Yeah.
So I said this is what these types of entities usually do, and if Hex behaves like that, then it is likely to do that at some point. And then you're accusing me of like misleading people, but I'm giving you better information than you're giving them. I'm letting them know that cryptocurrencies, even the best one in most people's mind, drops 85%, almost as much as Dogecoin, about once every 3 years. But you think that I'm like misleading people. I'm telling people the truth. But you just don't like that it's successful, I guess.
No, it's not successful. I didn't like this before it launched. I am amazed you've got 4 million into it so far. I didn't like it before it's launched. I've been calling you a scammer now for as long as you've been talking about it. I think I was calling you a scammer the last time we actually spoke.
Can we agree that everyone knows your position on my personal qualities, and that we could make more progress in the interview if we hit all the other topics beyond how much I suck?
I think we should focus the entire thing on you being a fucking scammer.
Okay,
that's all we should talk about.
You're gonna need a thesaurus because you should have more words.
Because I don't need. I can scammer, fucking scammer, thief, dodgy bloke, criminal, sociopath, wanker, massive cunt.
I do that. You got one.
How many words do we describe you? But you're going to go off with this one.
Why don't we talk about how scams work and then hope that people don't fall for them?